Wetlands are important and unique ecosystems. They're some of the most crucial habitats for us to protect in order to maintain human and environmental health.
My name is Eleanor Rusak, and I'm the Protected Areas Manager with the Georgian Bay Land Trust.
Anytime I visit a wetland, I'm always amazed by the diversity of plant and animal life there. There are so many species that rely on these unique ecosystems to be able to survive.
I use GIS mapping and satellite imagery to identify properties that have wetlands on them. We're discovering that there are a lot of wetlands that need protection because the higher resolution imagery shows us where the rarer types are. They also show us which wetlands are at risk of being destroyed or disturbed. With encroaching roads and housing developments, we can then assess which ones are priorities to protect.
From a water quality perspective, people should care about wetlands since they basically act as a natural filter. So they will help filter out phosphorus and other nutrients as well as bacteria like E. coli from directly entering into a water body.
Wetlands are important because they help resist the effects of climate change. They attenuate to floods, they sequester carbon, they hold chemicals that would otherwise enter our drinking water, and they're a great source of biodiversity.
Georgian Bay Land Trust works to conserve these wetlands by setting them aside as protected places and ensuring they are conserved forever.
One of the benefits of holding all the land that we protect and having all the land that we protect is we can look at this and say, how is this changing over time? Are our wetlands transitioning from one type of wetland to another? What species are supported? Is the species composition changing? So as we move forward, Georgian Bay Land Trust can be at the forefront of making sure we understand how coastal wetlands change over time. The biggest threat to wetlands is likely development. Wetlands are very adaptable. They are able to sequester different chemicals, they're able to adapt to changing water levels, but they are not able to adapt to being paved over or to being developed. And so what the Georgian Bay Land Trust does is protect those wetlands in a natural state and ensure that they don't become developed.
If you have a wetland, conserve it. Definitely conserve any wetland you have, because no matter what, you're going to have species that will use it.
There are many different ways that the Georgian Bay Land Trust works to conserve our wetlands, but one of the biggest ways is working with landowners to ensure that the wetland that they know and love is protected forever.
We wanted to donate the land for a couple of reasons. First, there was a financial reason. We were carrying the tax load for a property that we really didn't want to have it to be developed. But secondly, it was a significant property because of the wetlands on it and because it's heavily forested. So it's not really an ideal property for development anyway, and we liked the idea of donating it for the purpose of conservation.
If you choose to conserve your land with the Georgian Bay Land Trust, you will not only be protecting all the creatures and plants and the habitats on your property, but you will also mitigate the financial burdens of owning land in Georgian Bay, because with land conservation, there are tremendous tax benefits.
As a long-time cottager in this area, I have developed, and I think most people here have developed, a pretty big passion for the nature here, for the wildness, and to preserve that for the next generations to come is so important. I mean, we can do that on the islands where we actually have our cottages, but to have areas that are only for conservation purposes, that's special. That's something that is going to last for a long, long time, forever. And that's something that I think we are all really passionate about.